Hey, what is up guys, this is Riley the Wolf, and welcome to this behind the scenes video. In this vid, I'll be talking about and showing how I make my thumbnails and some of the processes that go into it, along with things about those processes that you would never have known about if I didn't tell you here. All of my thumbnails have one thing in common. They have something to do with what happens in the video. For instance, my most recent video had me struggling with problems caused by my Elgato not working properly, so I based it on that, and the fact that I fought the Mace boss in the video. Obviously though, they're not always done in the same way. With some thumbnails, which I like to call the Blender thumbnails, I'll just take a collection of random images and put them all together and then make sure it's 1280 by 720 pixels. But other times I'll draw stuff for the thumbnail and then put the logo for the game in one of the corners. How I do my thumbnails is based on two things. Whether the video game is a story type gameplay, for instance COD campaigns, horror games, etc. And if I'm able to draw what I want to do for the thumbnail. Basically for the first one, I try to do drawn thumbnails for story-based gameplays. One example includes my most recent horror game series, Cry of Fear. For these three, I hand drew my character, put it into my Great Value Photoshop app, and just put it over a background. The first thumbnail's background was actually just a random image I found on Google of the apartment hallways. But episode 2 and 3's backgrounds were actually made using Gmod, and I actually plan to continue using it for future videos. For episode 2, I used the map GM Sewers, found a good spot to set up, spawned a sumo, which is the enemies that have the barbed wire wrapped around them, took a screenshot with the camera, uploaded it privately to Steam, and then added my drawn out character into the foreground along with the Cry of Fear logo. The episode 3 thumbnail took a bit longer to make. I was trying to find a map that was literally just missing textures, but couldn't find anything other than missing texture fixes, so I thought of the next best thing. I searched for a green screen map, and found a map literally just called green screen, posed a Dr. Purnell ragdoll to be scratching his head and looking slightly up, snapped a screenshot, downloaded it, and chroma keyed the image over an image of just missing textures. And then of course I put the drawn character over the image, along with the logo for the game. I would have actually done a demonstration of how I would have made the background, but oh dude, this kind of sucks. Oh god, it's alright. Nope, okay, that's it. I'm fucking nuking everything. Yeah, don't expect the Gmod shenanigans anytime soon. Despite that, I'm still going to be using Gmod for this purpose, as it's a pretty solid way to do it. I have done something like this with thumbnails for other videos as well. If I can't find a good image of a new map in Cold War, for example, I'll play a match, go into theater mode, pause before the game starts, and find a good spot to screenshot. There are also times where I do some drawing for thumbnails that aren't really story-based gameplays. Now, of course, there are times where a story-based gameplay isn't something with a bit of drawing, and that's where the second condition comes in. This basically means that I had no clue what I wanted to draw for the thumbnail, or I just couldn't figure out how to draw it, and so I just said fuck it and threw a bunch of random stuff together and used it for the thumbnail. I have two examples of this. The thumbnail for the final episode of Little Nightmares 2, and the thumbnail for the final episode of Little Hope. For both of these, I sat for hours trying to think of what I wanted to draw for these thumbnails, but I just couldn't think of anything. It actually happened pretty recently too. It was actually from my most recent Cold War video. I was originally going to draw my character doing the dead meme, and the first part of it turned out great. Obviously it's not perfect, specifically the hand. God, I hate drawing hands. But it was passable in my opinion, so I traced the pencil lines with a Sharpie pen and erased the pencil lines once it was dry. It was whenever I moved on to the next panel that it got shitty. That second condition also ends up affecting thumbnails that should have been easy to make, as it could have just been a tornado of images. But because I couldn't find anything to base it off of in the video, it ended up looking like this. That's honestly all I can really think of for this behind the scenes video. I actually did plan to do a full behind the scenes video where I go over every aspect of how I record, edit, and other parts of just general content creation. But I scrapped it due to how I didn't really know how to format it correctly. So instead, I'll just do these small videos and then I'll just have you guys suggest what the next one can be about. Either way, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.
Among Us has ruined my life at this point. I was in quarantine began. It's literally
I killed Cock.
Oh my god. Yeah.
Ah, I'm terrible!
It looks like a piece of shit. I'm having this fucking thing.
Please,
Let's do this!
please, to end our suffering.
Damn, bro. I'm so sorry.
Non-functional or unsupported. I fucked your dad. Damn, that would have been cool. Holy fuck! Yeah, I killed Subway. Fuck you, Subway. Your sandwiches taste like shit. Fuck. Dude, no. Dude, if that would have killed them, I would have been kind of pissed, honestly.